Buenos dias. Welcome, viewers. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our weekly live stream. My name is Alicia, and this week we are going to talk about making presentations. Today we're going to talk about making presentations, so please don't forget as you join to hit the like button for the video and share the video as well. We really appreciate it. We're getting everything started now. Facebook is already up. Fantastic. Hi everybody on Facebook. Welcome back to our live stream for this week. We have lots to talk about. YouTube is coming as well. You can also watch the live stream. Oh, I have to start it. You can also watch the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and it's up on Instagram as well now too. Hi Instagram. If you're watching on Instagram, it's kind of the behind the scenes view. Good. Okay, YouTube's up too. Hi YouTube. Hi everybody on YouTube. Fantastic. Okay, I think everything is ready. So we'll give everyone just a couple minutes to join the live stream and then we will begin. So I hope you're having a good day. While we wait, just to give a couple announcements, the latest video that's on the YouTube channel you can check out is a video that many of you have asked about, I think. It's about how to use be and being and been. It's a focus video. I tweeted about it yesterday, actually. A focus video about how to use the verb be. So if you have questions about that verb, if you have questions about like patterns you can use with that verb, please check out this video. It's on the YouTube channel. That is a good one to check out. Lots of you have asked about that. So take a look there and check out that video for some good maybe grammar points and ways to use the verb be. Yes, good. Okay, I see we're up on Twitter as well. Fantastic. All right, then I think that's everything to begin with. So as I said, today's live stream is about making presentations. We're going to talk about 3 things for today's lesson. We're going to talk about introductions, so making an introduction to your presentation. Who are you? What is your topic? We'll talk about the body of your presentation, like the main points of your presentation, supporting your argument. And third, we're going to talk about concluding your presentation. So 3 points as always today. And actually today's lesson is prepared in accordance with these rules, using these rules. So just a couple little tidbits for you today. All right. Oh my, something strange is happening. I'm trying to share the video. Good. Excellent. All right. Let's begin then. Hi, everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Jamie, Salmo, Cyber City, Brian, Joan, Paulo. Hi on YouTube. On Facebook, Wafa, Fuje, Bohara. Hi. Okay, I can't catch everybody, but I'll try to look at the chat when possible. Let's begin then. So as I said, today's topic, making presentations, we will begin with introductions. So when you begin your presentation, you will begin by making an introduction. So there are 2 parts that I want to start with. First will be a review, I think, for most of you. First is a self-introduction. Who are you? So this will be the first one. The first point when you begin your presentation is introducing yourself. So, quick review. Hello, everybody. My name is your name, and I'm from organization. So this organization is your company or your school, for example. This is a part you will use only if you're giving your presentation outside your regular organization. If you're giving a presentation to your classmates or like to people that you know in your company, you probably don't need this part. Maybe you could use your department name if you like. So, hi everybody, my name is Alicia and I'm from EnglishClass101.com, for example. Thank you very much for coming to my presentation. Again, this line right here, thank you very much for coming to my presentation. This line is, again, like if people are guests in your presentation. So this is an expression you use if you're giving a presentation outside of your school or outside of your company. So for example, at like a conference or maybe at like some kind of academic activity. So this is probably not an expression you use at your company. Okay, so this is how to introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you from, in other words? So which organization are you from? So let's begin here. Then you need to introduce your topic, of course, too. But if you want to, if it's appropriate, you can also talk about your experience with that topic. So before you start talking about the topic, you can introduce like your specialty, the work that you do. So here's a quick sample sentence. I'm a or I'm an plus your job title. And I've been. So here you see present perfect tense. I've been plus that activity, verbing, for time period. So for example, in my case, like I'm an editor and I've been doing editing work for 6 years, for example. So you can type some examples into the chat and I'll try to check that out. So this is how you can introduce yourself and your experience. So I'm a teacher and I've been teaching for 7 years, for example. So this is a quick way to introduce your title and your experience at the beginning of your presentation. Alrighty, good. Yeah, and definitely send your examples into the chat. I will try to catch them, definitely. All right, but once you have finished that, after you have introduced yourself with your name and your job title and your organization, you need to introduce your topic. So let's go to the board. So I prepared on the board. I know it's difficult to see, so I prepared, and our control desk is prepared too, up here as well. All right. Use a big screen. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so maybe you can see here. Let's now talk about some expressions you can use to introduce your topic. All right, here's one, which we will see on the screen also. This is the same on the board and the screen. So the next 2 points. First one, to introduce your topic. You can say, today I'm going to talk about topic. Today I'm going to talk about topic. Same thing here. So today we use I'm going to, grammar point. You've planned this topic. Today I'm going to talk about making a presentation. So like for example, today I'm going to talk about making a presentation. This part, I'm going to, like you might hear people say, today I'm going to talk about making a presentation. So you can say it clearly if you like. You can reduce it as well. Today I'm going to talk about blah, blah, blah. I'm going to talk about making a presentation. I'm going to talk about cooking. I'm going to talk about sales. So this is your topic. Your presentation topic comes at the end of this sentence, okay? So here's your presentation topic. This part I'll talk about later is called your argument. Your argument. I'll talk about it just a little bit later though. Okay, so after this, after you introduce your topic, explain to your listener, why is that topic important? So here you can see too, topic is important because reason. So here I have reason. Right here at the end of this expression, explain why. So this question, your goal for this question is answer, why should I care? Why is this important? Why is it important I listen to your presentation? So in my case, making presentations is important because they're key ways to share information, for example. So explain why your topic is important. So why are the sales figures in your company important? Why should we pay attention to you? Why should we give our time to you? Explain that here. Why is the topic important? Okay, so I mentioned it quickly before, but this is a key word for today's lesson. The word argument. Argument. Let's see. Someone on Facebook, Parwez, you said the board is too small. Everything on the board is here also. So please check here. If it's difficult to see the board, I put the key points up here as well. Please check these two. Okay. So A key vocabulary word for today is argument. So argument, in this case, argument does not mean fight. Argument means main point or your theory. This is the idea. Your main idea is called your argument. This is a word used in like formal presentations also, your argument. So I'm going to use this word argument today. Just remember, it doesn't mean fight. It means your main idea. Argument. Okay, so let's continue on. I'm going to steal the mouse for a second. Sorry, control desk. Where'd it go? What? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, all right. So argument is your main idea, your main theory. Then, to kind of finish, if you're a more advanced level, you can give some background about your argument, if you like. But for today's lesson, there's not a lot of time. So to finish your introduction section, you can introduce the organization of your presentation. So the organization, that means what are you going to talk about? What are the small points you're going to talk about in your presentation? So how to do that? I have 2 lines I want to introduce here about your presentation organization. All right, it's difficult to see. These are difficult to see, so please check up here. You'll see it in just a moment. But these 2 expressions. First one, yes, this presentation will cover. So cover means like talk about. So here I've used the word cover. This discussion will cover, meaning like if you imagine a cover for like, I don't know, like a bed or a dish or something. Underneath this presentation is topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. So this presentation will cover plus number. You can see it here. This presentation will cover number of topics, like 5 topics. That's a lot. But this presentation will cover 3 topics, for example. Topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. Or another one, this presentation will cover, again, cover I've used here, A, B, and C. So when you give your presentation, you need to explain what's topic A, what's topic B, what's topic C. So for example, when I started this lesson, I said this lesson, and my presentation is a lesson, I said this lesson will cover introductions, body, and conclusion of presentation. Those are my 3 topics. I start every lesson, every live stream lesson, by explaining the topics I'm going to talk about in that lesson. You can use the same pattern for your presentations as well. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about, or this presentation will cover A, B, and C. If you like, you can use this pattern to talk about the number of topics you'll cover. Okay, so this is your introduction, the introductory part. So here you've introduced yourself, maybe introduced your background, and you've introduced your topic. Those are kind of the 3 key points for this part here. Good. Okay. If your presentation covers just one topic, that's okay. So this is one topic. Making a presentation is one topic, but inside my presentation, there are smaller points. That's what I mean. So yes, this presentation, this is one topic, but inside my topic, there are 3 smaller points. That's what it's for. Okay. All right. If you have questions, please send. I will try to check them. Great. So this is the introduction. All right. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back to the second part of today's lesson. So quick break, relax for a minute. I'm going to relax for a minute. Quick break. So today, as always, we have free stuff for you guys. Today's theme for our lesson, for our live lesson, is presentations. So I thought maybe one really good free thing you can pick up, you can download, is this Business English free PDF. So here I thought this would be useful because, I thought this would be useful because there are some key words for business situations, like business presentations. For example, here, I'd like to introduce, or so let's start with. There are some key expressions you can use in this PDF for making presentations. And another good one, maybe if you don't have a job yet, if you are a student still studying, you can check the school one. So not just objects in the school, but actually there are, again, some questions and some phrases you can use in class. It's hard to see, sorry. But I thought, for example, this one would be really good. If you have any questions, please ask. Sorry, it's difficult for the camera to focus. There it is. If you have any questions, please ask, for example. This is one you can use in presentations. Like, I just used that expression to you guys. I said, if you have any questions, please send in the chat. Okay. So we're going to see, I think, a big list of all of the free things. Yeah, great. Okay. So these are all the free PDFs you can find on the website at EnglishClass101.com. So please check the link below the video on YouTube and above the video on Facebook and Twitter and maybe Twitch as well. So please go download these. Everything is totally free. You need an account to download. Some of you say it's difficult or you don't know how to download. Just make an account. The account is free, and then you can download everything right away. So please check the link and go get your free study tools there. Okay, fantastic, excellent. Then we're going to go to the second part of today's presentation. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video. We appreciate it. If you are just joining, then today's topic is making a presentation. Today's topic is making a presentation. So at the beginning of today's lesson, we talked about introductions, how to start. Now we're going to continue to the body of your presentation. So body, this is the word I'm using. Body doesn't mean like your physical body. The body of your presentation is where all the details of your presentation are contained. This is where you will talk about points A, B, and C, or points 1, 2, and 3. That's all in the body of your presentation. So very important. Oh, also, you can use this actually that I'm presenting, you can use this for your paper writing as well. This same structure, this same flow you can use for paper writing as well. So let's take a look at the body part, the body section. Let's go on. I'm going to scroll down. Oh no, never mind. You've done it for me. Thank you. Okay, so let's begin though. I want to start the body section here by talking about sequence words. Sequence words. So if you don't know sequence words, actually there's a top words video about sequence words and transition words. You can check that for lots of examples on the YouTube channel. But I want to review a few key sequence words here that you can use to talk in your presentation. All right. Let's look at the first three here. They are first, second, and third. First, second, and third are used to introduce your key topics. So, for example, we'll look at something else. This is an example here. I just have it on the board. First, I'd like to talk about number one. First, I'd like to talk about number one. So, where number one here in your body is topic A, or is topic number one that you introduced in the introduction. So first, I'd like. Don't forget this D sound here. First, not first I like, first I'd like. If it's difficult for you to make the I'd sound, you can say first I would like, to be very clear. That's great too, no problem. So first I'd like to talk about topic one. So for example, I said, first I'd like to talk about introductions to presentations. So we can use this first to introduce topic number one, or topic A. After that, when you introduce your next topics, you can use second and third and so on. So we'll cover that a little bit later. Then, I want to look at a couple points. So when you introduce your topic, next you need to give some details. So I prepared 3 key questions for you to answer in each of your detail paragraphs. So let's look at the first one. So question number 1 to answer. So you said, I want to talk about topic 1. So answer this question then. So what is the first topic? You answer that here. So first, I'd like to talk about making an introduction. So this is topic 1. That's the first topic. So answer this question. What is the first topic? Your second question then. First, I'd like to talk about. Yeah. First, I'd like to talk about something. This is the pattern you can use to answer this. So the second question for your body information then, the second thing is, why is it important and what do you think? So this is the part where you share your opinion. So I said, for example, in the introduction, first I'd like to talk about introductions. Introductions are important because you introduce yourself and you share your topic with your audience. So question 2 to answer in your body is, why is topic number 1 important in this case? What's the reason? What is your opinion about that topic? So that's good. Then the third part, which is difficult, I think, for many people, but this is a key part to, I think, improving your presentation skills and your research skills. Question 3 is key, which we'll see. Yes. How can you support the argument in this should say number 2. Sorry. This is my fault. How can you support the argument in number 2? Sorry, Control Desk. This should be number 2. I made that mistake. I updated it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. How do you support the argument? So remember, argument does not mean fight. Argument means your main idea, your main point. So how can you support your argument? So how do you convince the other person that your argument, that your opinion is correct? So how do you do that? You can talk about other people's work. You can refer to things other people have said, and you can use your own information, your own data, your own research. So you need to try to answer this question. How do you support your argument in part 2? Here, I've included a key vocabulary word. This is a key vocabulary word for students, especially. If you are a student, graduate student, whatever, and perhaps in business situations as well. This is a key vocabulary word, and depending on the country, there are different rules for this. However, in English, in lots of English-speaking universities, this is becoming more and more of an issue. To cite is this key word here. To cite a source. This means you share the origin of the information. So to cite something. This is, for example, when you find a picture on like Google or something and you want to use that picture in your presentation, in your research paper. The picture is not yours. But you need to cite, which means you need to write where you found it. So that means you include the information about the origin, so where it originally came from. That means you need to show your reader, or you need to show your listener, this information is my information. This information is not mine, but I want to use it in my presentation. So when you use someone else's information in your presentation or in your paper, you must cite it. So that means share the origin of the information, to cite a source. So if you don't do this, this can cause problems. I have seen it happen. Okay, so that's a key point there. Alrighty, excellent. Then let's go on to maybe the last part here. When you want to finish, so you finished talking about topic number 1, and you're ready to go to topic 2 and to topic 3. Some transition words you can use. I mentioned up here the word next. You can use next like in the same pattern. When you introduce topic number 1, if you say, first I'd like to talk about, blah, 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 you can move on to topic 2 and topic 3 with next I'd like to talk about topic 2. Or lastly, or last, I'd like to talk about topic 3. So these are a couple words you can use to transition between your topics. Next, I'd like to talk about. So transition means change, to change topics, to change topics. Then, a couple of other vocabulary points for adding information here. These are good for presentations, like business presentations. They are moreover. This means and, moreover. Additionally also means and furthermore. These all mean and. These are just different ways, more formal ways of saying and they are great to use in presentations. So one more time, that's moreover, additionally, and furthermore. Moreover, additionally, furthermore. Irfan, I already talked about the introduction. You can watch this video later to see all the introduction points again. Okay, good. So that's the body part for today's lesson. Time's going quick, so let's take a quick break and then we'll finish with, oh, sorry, did I forget? Oh, yes, okay, sure. Should we do that? No? Yes? No? No? Okay. We'll just take a break then. We'll take a break. Sorry, I thought we were going to do something else. All right, so we'll take a quick break and then we'll go to the last part of today's lesson. If you missed it, today's lesson is about making presentations. So I thought these 2 PDFs would be really, really good to review. These are both free from EnglishClass101.com. They are the school and the business English PDFs. So on the back of both of these, there are some key expressions you can use in class or at the office. And some of these are about making presentations, or they're about vocabulary that you can use at the office or at school. So please take a look. You can find these from the link below the video if you're watching on YouTube, or above the video on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So please go download these for some extra vocabulary points. And there are some other ones too, which we'll see later. Okay. Then let's take a look. Let's take a look at the, oh yeah, there they are. Great. So that's all of the free PDFs you can find on the website. So you can check those out. Everything is free. You just need an account. Just go to the website, click the link below the video or above the video, and you can download all of these. So just make an account on the website. If you do not have an account, you can make an account. Okay, so let's move on to the last point. If you have not already, please make sure to like the video and share as well. We appreciate it as always. Today's topic is making presentations. So we talked about how to make an introduction. We talked about the body of your presentation. I want to finish today by talking about how to conclude. So to conclude a presentation. Conclude means finish, to finish a presentation. We also use conclude for essays. So for like a thesis paper, for example. So to conclude. So let's take a look at some keywords. First one. We'll see, yes, perfect. So we'll see the first one up here in just a second. To summarize. So to summarize today's presentation, your main argument. Here is a key word, another key word. To summarize. So summarize, it's right here. It's difficult to see on the board, sorry. To summarize today's presentation. So the word summarize means like to make a short main statement. So you explained your introduction, you explained the body, and you're coming back at the end of the presentation to remind your audience, this is what I told you. That's a quick summarization. So you summarize your argument that way. So to summarize today's presentation, your main argument. Remember, your main argument is your main idea. The idea you talked about in the introduction, the idea you supported in your body, and remind your audience again. Okay, so to summarize something, you need to summarize your argument here. Not samurai, not samurai, summarize. That's pretty good though. Not samurai, summarize. Okay, yes, to summarize is shorten. Thanks, games and songs. Okay, so then how do you politely finish your presentation? You can end with a simple thank you very much. That's fine. Thank you very much is correct, always. It's great to end that way. But if you want something that's a little more leveled up for your situation, there are 3 examples I prepared to look at. So first one is, thank you very much for having me today. So this is a good expression to use if you're giving a presentation at like a conference, for example, a conference, or you are a guest speaker somewhere. Thank you very much for having me today. Or if you're like a guest on a podcast maybe, or a guest on like a video or something like that, or TV. Thank you very much for having me today. Next one is good for a very formal presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Your time and attention. So your audience's time, and you're thanking them for their focus on you. So your attention, your time and attention. Finally, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak today. So this is if you are invited to give a speech, maybe, or if you're giving a very formal presentation. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak today. Yeah, TED Talks is a nice example. So thank you for the opportunity to speak. This sounds very humble, like I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, then the last point for today. Yes, Chen, you are YouTube. Chen says no question time in presentation. That is my last point. The last point for today is about question and answer sessions. So sometimes you go to a presentation situation or a conference and there's a Q&A. And actually, I've had like a couple students, they say the question and answer section is the most difficult part. So I can only give you some overall points to like maybe help you, because I don't know the specifics of your research topics, but just a couple things you can do, a couple strategies you can do to help you. One is perhaps obvious, but you can use this as a strategy to buy yourself some time. When someone asks you a question and you need like a little time to think about the question and prepare your answer. Oh yeah, sorry, good call. I just used the expression, buy yourself some time, or buy some time. To buy some time means to get some extra time to do something. So in a high stress situation like question and answer after a presentation, you might need to buy some time. Means you might need to give yourself some extra time to do something. So to do that, when someone asks you a question in a presentation situation, you can start, and generally it's just polite to start by just responding, first of all, with thank you for the question. Just say that. Thank you for the question. Why do this? So it's polite, one. But two, this helps buy some time, meaning you get a little extra time to think about the question. So if someone asks you a difficult question and you want to take a moment to think about how to answer it, just say thank you. That's a few questions. Producer suggests maybe repeat the question. If you repeat the question back to the person who asked it, you can like confirm it, and you can get some more time, buy some more time. That's another great strategy to use. So that's one way to get a little extra time to think about it. If, however, you have a situation where someone asks you a question that's really difficult to answer, like it would take a really long time to answer, or maybe the answer is confidential, meaning there's secret information in the answer, you can use this expression. You can say, I'm afraid I can't answer that question right now. So here we have I'm afraid. It doesn't mean I'm scared. It means I'm sorry, actually. I'm sorry, but I can't answer that question right now. Just be careful. If you answer every single audience question with this, it's really suspicious. It's really suspicious. So only use this if it's a question you absolutely cannot answer. If the answer is long, you can say, it's quite a long story, but a quick summary or a quick summarization is something. Yeah. So these are just a couple points to help you with Q&A sessions. I know it's super stressful. I've had students tell me that the Q&A is stressful. Another thing you can do is just try to practice. So imagine the kinds of questions the audience might ask and try to prepare in advance those questions. It's tough, I know, for sure. Okay. But I think that's everything for today. Yeah, so we'll stop there. I'm a few minutes late. Sorry, but thanks very much. Oh, if you're just joining, sorry, we're just finishing up. This topic was making presentations. If you missed today's live stream, it's on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and also on Instagram for 24 hours. Please check that out. So we're going to finish there for today. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us for this week's lesson. Thank you for liking and sharing the video. We really, really appreciate it. So today we'll finish, but next week we're going to be back. Next week's live stream, same time, same place, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. If you don't know, please Google it. New York City time, 10 p.m. Next week's topic is how to imagine your future. So this means I want to talk about how to use expressions like would. A lot of you ask about like how to use would. So I'm going to focus in on that kind of thing for the future goals, future ideas for next week's lesson. To make fire? It could be. Okay. I get you. To make firewood. Okay. So that will be the topic for next week's lesson. How to imagine your future. We'll use the word would a lot for next week. Would and wouldn't. Because so many of you have asked about that. Thank you for your questions too. If you have other questions or other feedback, or if there's something you would like to see on the channel, please let us know. Just send a comment. Like, I check everything. Like, I can't answer everything, but please let us know. It's very helpful for us too. So please join us next week. Our next live lesson will be Wednesday, May 30th. Wednesday, May 30th on all of our social media channels. So please join us again next week. That will be it for today. I think that's everything. So thank you again so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have other questions, please feel free to send them along in the chat. Great. Thank you all very much too. Thank you for your thank you messages. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week. Bye bye.